Hey guys, welcome to this live stream. So today's reading is going to be a collective message for what's going on between November 23rd and December 23rd. So that's going to be Sagittarius season. And so I wanted to do this reading to kind of show what we can expect and what we need to prepare for and kind of what things are coming our way during the Sagittarius season and what energy do we need to embody. So I'm going to go ahead and see what the cards have to say. Right now I'm using the Raven's Prophecy Tarot. Got some cards. Okay, interesting. So we have the King of Cups, we have the Magician, and then we have the Five of Wands reversed. So this is very interesting. That's the back of the deck energy. Let's see. So we have the Queen of Wands. Okay, so here's that Sagittarius energy coming through. So the Queen of Wands is about having confidence and really embracing yourself. And with this card in particular, it's like flames are coming out of her mouth. It's kind of like she is embodying this fire energy where she is the fire herself. She is embodying what we all need to do during the Sagittarius season. We're confident and we get what we want and we're cool about it. And so it's like this confidence where it's subconscious, where you're not even trying to be confident. You're just being yourself and you're being confident with that. We also have the King of Cups, which is talking about emotional balance, about emotional stability and kind of getting everything we want. It's about emotional fulfillment. Like his cup is full and it's like this feather of hope is flying into it. And so I really feel like if you've been working on manifesting things, on trying to get things to come to you, this is saying that they're going to be sent to you because you have the Magician. This is all about manifestations. And so I really feel like this Sagittarius season is going to be a time where we are getting our manifestations, where we are actually finding the balance in our life, because Sagittarius is represented by that Temperance card. And Temperance is all about balance. It's about alchemy. And the Magician, he has all the four resources that he uses together to create his manifestation. And so I really feel like the Sagittarius season that we are going to be using everything we have, alchemizing it and manifesting things. I feel like it's going to be a really good time to hone in on a skill or to study or to focus in on some area of your life that you've been neglecting or that you've been wanting to do, but you just have been pushing it off, because I feel like you're really going to be able to expand and to learn a lot more. I feel like your mind is going to be opening up where you're like a sponge and you're absorbing information, because we have this Five of Wands reverse. Now upright, this is like flames kind of destroying everything in its path, causing a lot of conflict and a lot of just negativity and also just confusion. But because we have it reversed, it's kind of like when you have a fire and you smother it and you get rid of all that damaging energy. It's about like seeing where the things in your life aren't the best and actually doing what you can to get rid of them, but not in a sense where you're bothered. Like, yes, fire is scary. If you have a fire going on, you're going to be a little bit stressed until you get it out. But once it's gone, you're going to have that rush of adrenaline and you're going to feel all that energy come into you and you have a way to channel that. And so that's what I'm sensing with this Five of Wands. It's like whatever you've been stressing about, whatever the fire in your life is, you can get rid of it. You don't need to stress about it, but know that when you do feel stressed, if those feelings do come up, you can turn that emotion into something that's better for you. You can use that energy and that pump of adrenaline to manifest exactly what you want. And so Sagittarius, this season for you guys is all about taking the negative and turning it into a positive. And that's where you have the King of Cups, because the King of Cups isn't calm, cool, and collected because he has nothing bad going on in his life, but he acts that way because he knows he needs to be. He knows that he needs to actually take care of himself and stay balanced because it's what's best for him. So now I have the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. And so I'm going to pull some cards from this too and see what message they have. Hey, Amber, I see that you're in the chat. Hey, Eli. See you join too. Oh, and Nancy, I see you too. Hope you're all doing good. So I'm just waiting to see what message Spirit has for you guys. Okay, got a jumper. Okay, so we have Buy the Book, and it's card 11. And see, this is going back to studying. Like I said, some of you guys, it's going to be really beneficial to read or to just do research on things. And then we have the elephants here, and they're all like walking in a line on their path where they're going. And this is that energy of getting to your destination, of getting to your manifestations and having balance and peace with it. And especially because elephants, even though they're so big, they represent this gentle energy. And so this is telling me that with Sagittarius, even though you have that Queen of Wands, that's it. Even though you have that Queen of Wands energy, you can still keep balance in your life where you're not going off the rails for anything. You can be big and you can be bold, but still have that balance where you're collected. It's like that Queen of Wands mixed with that King of Cups. You can have both. You don't have to be one way or the other. And so I really feel like the Sagittarius season is going to be teaching us all how we can move forward with things in a way that's actually progressive for us and in a way that's actually peaceful. Even if there's conflict in your life, you can choose to be the bigger person. You can choose to walk away. You don't have to give in to any negativity this next couple of weeks. Like, this is really about you making the right choices for yourself, where you're actually thinking things through. You're actually getting exactly what you want. You're not focused on trying to solve everything else for everyone. You're just focused on yourself and actually keeping that balance with you. And card number 11, that is about communication because it reduces to a 2. And it's also a master number. And so 11, it's about the, is it the master teacher, the master student? I believe it's one of them. And again, so it goes into learning, but it's also about communication, about saying things clearly and directly and knowing what you want, knowing what you're going to say before you say it. This way, there's not any miscommunications in your life. It's really about slowing down. And so I feel like this Sagittarius season, you might be sitting here thinking, well, I'm doing everything right. And you say my manifestations are going to come, but I don't feel like they are. And I feel like you're not necessarily going to feel like they are. It's all going to fall into place because you're taking time to slow down. I feel like this month is going to be forcing you to do things that you didn't necessarily want to do, but that you need to do. And it's actually going to help you in the long run. I really feel like you're going to be forced into a direction where Spirit is making you do something, and it's kind of like they're making you do it because they know it's for your better good. It's the same way that like sometimes your parents make you do things that you don't want to do, but then like in hindsight, next month you're like, oh, I'm really glad that you had me do this so I don't have to worry about it now. That's kind of what I feel like is happening for us during this season. I'm going to see if they have any other messages with you for this deck. Okay, those ones want to come out. Okay, so we have card 46 reverse, regeneration. And then we also have community reverse, card number 8. And then we have a higher power. So I'm going to start with this card because I really feel like this is your higher self and your spirit guides and your spirit team. All of them are saying like, this is going to be your month. You can turn this into whatever you want to do, but it's also going to be a month where you are really receiving a lot of messages. I really feel like, especially from your higher self, they could be contacting you through the repeating number of 4s because this is card number 4, but they are also going to be just around you, protecting you and giving you messages. And I feel like a lot of you guys, you could be clairaudient and you could be hearing them in your head, kind of telling you what you should and shouldn't do. And so definitely listen to your inner voice during this Sagittarius season, because I feel like that's going to be really beneficial for you, where you're actually going to know what's good for you and not listen to the impulses, but also not listen to other people's influences, because I feel like this is really a month where you need to focus on yourself and what you feel is right for you. Don't listen to what everyone else wants for you anymore, because I feel like that's where you go wrong with things, where you try and take in everyone else's information. And sometimes it's good, but it's not necessarily what's meant for you. You have to learn to walk your own path, just like the elephants in this card here. They're walking on their path, and that's what Spirit wants you to do. Spirit doesn't want you to walk and do what everyone else is telling you. They want you to walk where you're meant to go, where you feel you're called to, and where your destiny lies. And then so these cards were reversed. And so we have community and regeneration. And so this is really telling me, again, regeneration, because it's reversed. This is telling me that this Sagittarius season is going to be a time where things are not happening like super quickly. It's going to feel slow down, but you are regenerating, you are healing. And this is telling you, if you're not feeling that energy, you might be resisting something. I feel like this regeneration is saying you are the one who has to make it happen. So if you're trying to not listen to your inner voice, not listen to your intuition, revert back to all the things you know are bad for you, you're not going to have this change and transmutation of your current energy. You're not going to be leveling up because you're not going to be actually taking in the messages that your higher self is giving you, because that sense of community isn't going to be there, because all the birds in this photo represent your higher self, your spirit team, and all them. And so you're not listening to them if you keep these cards reversed. And so these are kind of a warning that you need to listen to your higher self, that you need to listen to all the messages you're receiving and take all the information in. You don't have to make a rash decision. Sorry, guys, I can't speak. Decision. You guys can really pay attention to what you need to do in your life and, listen to the messages, take everything in. Like I said, study, learn, research, actually prepare yourself for what you want to do. Don't just jump into things. And so I really feel like this is going to be a season where you are analyzing things, where you're reflecting on things and you're learning and you're growing. And so if you feel like you're stuck, and you're not moving forward and you're stagnant and you're just not where you want to be and you feel unhappy, analyze your life, reflect on your life, study it. And through learning about yourself and what you want to do, you're actually going to find your solution. You're going to be receiving your messages. And I feel like this could be a block that a lot of you guys are dealing with during the Sagittarius season. And I feel like for some of you guys, this is the energy that you're going into it with that you need to heal. And that's why Spirit's giving you this message, because you need to break through it. You need to break through this mental block that you have so you can actually pay attention to your messages, because I feel like you've been receiving a lot of them, but you're just not understanding them or you're not paying attention to them. And that's what your higher self wants you to start doing. It wants you to start actually paying attention to what it's showing you. So now I have the Work Your Light and the Star Seed Oracle deck, and I'm going to pull cards from each of them and also see what messages they have. I feel like a lot of you guys, this is going to be messages from your spirit team actually talking to you or through you. And so that's what these messages are for, kind of like what energy they want you to embody and what they want you to embrace during the Sagittarius season. So I'm going to start with the Work Your Light Oracle deck. Got two cards, actually. I feel like there might be another message, though, so I'm going to keep shuffling. Okay. Spirit gave us a lot of cards, so I'm going to ask them to be more concise. Flipped over in the deck. Okay. So I'm going to start with this card. So we have Akasha. Your guidance is divinely guided. And so this is what I was talking about learning, because this is reminding me of the Akashic records. And that is knowledge and wisdom passed down through all our ancestors. And so this is about you actually reconnecting and learning and studying about yourself and also about what you're meant to do. I really feel like this is going to be a time where you are really stepping into your power. And you're having divine guidance show you what path you're meant to do. And I feel like your intuition is really going to be guiding you. And so if you listen to it, if you stop resisting it, I feel like it's really going to pay off. And I also feel like for you guys with this card, when you hear messages from your higher self or from your spirit team, it's saying pay attention to it because it's divinely guided. You're not making it up in your head, because I feel like some of you guys, you doubt yourself, you doubt your abilities, and you doubt your intuition, and you don't need to do that anymore because you have the knowledge in you. With the Akashic records, everyone has access to them, but we have to break through our mental barriers in order to actually reach them and access them. And so this is telling you, like, you have all this wisdom instilled in you, it's ingrained in you, but you're not utilizing it properly. You're not actually realizing that you have it. You're not accepting it. And just like with your manifestations, you have to believe it first in order for it to happen. And I feel like that's what Spirit wants you to know during this Sagittarius season. You can manifest whatever you want. You can get whatever you want. You can embody whatever energy you want. But it starts by you actually accepting that it's already in you, that you already have this, and you're just embracing it. You're pushing it forward. And then we had the play card. And this is so fitting because it's like that Sagittarius energy where it's very fun and vibrant, and it's that fire energy. So it's saying to have fun. And I feel like some of you guys, this is a message from your higher self and your spirit guides that you're not having fun in your life, and they're going to push you to have more fun. And that's why you could be resisting it, because I feel like some of you guys, you're so focused on your goals, you're so focused on your manifestations that you're like, but if I do this, I'm not going to get the result I want, or it's going to be less time that I could spend working or manifesting whatever goal I have. And your spirit guides are here to tell you that you need to play, you need to have fun, you need to turn your brain off for a day or whatever amount of time they tell you to, because that's going to allow you to have more energy and to have a new outlook on things, to see things in a new perspective that could actually help you reach your manifestations faster in a way that's unexpected for you. And some of you guys, I feel like when you play, when you have fun, you're actually going to be able to meet new people who are going to help you on your journey. And you would have never met them if you didn't give yourself time to play, if you didn't give yourself time to relax. And so really allow yourself to unwind. But I also feel like it's important for you to mentally give yourself a break and just to have fun, because we can't be working towards our goals all the time. We need to have that balance. And again, with that temperance energy, it's about having that play time so you can have work time, so you can focus on your goals and your manifestations. Or even if it's not work, it could be with your family or anything else. But it's about allowing yourself to have you time, and then you can have time for everything else in your life. It's all about finding balance. And then we have Keeper of the Earth. You're not alone. Ancient ancestors stand behind you. And so again, this is talking about like you're the keeper of your own earth. You are not alone. And I feel like sometimes you feel isolated because you're trying to get this goal and you feel like you have no help. You feel like you're not protected. And so this is confirmation that during the Sagittarius season, you are going to be protected. You are going to get the help and the aid that you need to. You're going to be able to flourish, and you're going to have all the tools you need. And I also feel like some of you guys, the reason why things haven't worked out your way is because you haven't asked for them. I feel like you personally know that you want these things, but you haven't told people, and you haven't even like admitted it out loud, even to yourself. Like you haven't spoken it out loud enough. And I feel like your spirit team, all they really need you to do is just tell them that you want it, ask them for their help, and allow them to help you and be open to receiving it. I feel like that's really the biggest thing for you guys, is that you've been so focused on doing it yourself or feeling like you're the only one who knows how to do it that you haven't asked for any help. And I feel like during Sagittarius season, you're going to find that you need that balance where you can't do it all yourself. You need to get help from others. You need to ask your spirit team for help. And so just admitting that you need help in the first place is going to go a long way, and it's going to get you to the right path that you need, or to meet the right people that you need in order for them to help you. And so I really feel like the first thing you need to do is just ask. Don't feel like you're too prideful to ask, or that people are going to look at you differently. It's really about knowing what your limits are, knowing that you can't push yourself anymore, and knowing that if something is out of your realm of knowledge right now, you can learn from someone else, but you have to ask them to show you in order for you to learn. So now I'm going to go to the Starseed Oracle. Here we go. So we have the I'm sorry card, and it says defenseless. Hold on, guys. I can't speak again. Defense and okay, apparently my brain doesn't want to work that say that word. Riding past wrongs, uprooting, and letting your defenses down. And so this is really telling me that this Sagittarius season is going to be a time where we're admitting that we need to be vulnerable is what it is. That again is about that play energy, asking for help, really letting your guard down and changing the way you've been doing things, uprooting things. And righting any wrongs that you made in the past. Some of you guys, this is about people in your life that you need to go back to, that you really need to either give them a second chance or ask them for a second chance and just ask for forgiveness because of things you've done. This is really going to be a time where things are becoming balanced. And the things that you guys might need to ask from that previous card could just be asking someone for forgiveness. And so it's really about letting your guard down, allowing yourself to be vulnerable. Like I said, it's that balance with the King of Cups, where you're trying to create peace. And with that Five of Wands reverse, this is really about allowing peace to enter your life in whatever way you need to. And so you might need to uproot things. You might need to change things, but it's not going to be bad. And some of you guys might be dealing with a tower moment, where things seem very chaotic and they seem like everything's crashing down around you, but really that's the change that's necessary for you, because it's going to lead you to a better path. It's going to tear down what's not serving you, but then you're going to have a foundation that you can build upon. And then by allowing yourself to be vulnerable, it's really going to have you see who you truly are inside. It's going to show you that fire, that passion, that drive you have to rebuild things, but also showing you how you can create the best out of a bad situation. And so with this energy, it's like writing past wrongs. You're writing past wrongs where sometimes it's not even about what you did to another person. It's about mistakes you made on your path, of things that you really shouldn't have done because they're not for the better good of yourself. They didn't serve you. You're holding on to them and you don't need to anymore. And so it's about letting go of all the things that you don't need, about finding that balance and allowing those manifestations to come through. Because sometimes when you have a goal, you're too focused on what you think is working. You don't realize that it's not actually working for you. And so by asking for help, being vulnerable, and having fun and playing, you are going to be able to see a new perspective and, uproot things, change the way you're doing them. And it's going to allow you to get those manifestations into your life. And if you've been butting heads with anyone, I feel like you might need to hear them out, because they could have really sound advice that you just haven't been listening to enough. I feel like it's really important for you to pay attention to when your ego is overriding you and you're not making the best decisions for yourself, versus when it's your actual intuition guiding you and saying, no, you need to do this, and listen to that. And so I really feel like during this Sagittarius season that we are really moving forward, that we're letting go of this guard that we've had on ourselves. Not guard, this chip on our shoulder. We're letting that go. We're kind of flinging that off behind us and we're moving forward. And so because we're letting go of that, we're breaking through these mental blocks. We're learning, we're evolving, we're leveling up. And so I really feel like this Sagittarius season is going to be a time where we are getting what we want, because we're letting go of things, but because we're learning about them too. It's not like you're just trying to let things go where you're moving forward and you're ignoring them. You're learning about yourself. You're studying, you're gaining knowledge. And with that, you get the ability to see what you did wrong, to see when you doubted yourself, and to see how to move forward with that. And so it's not like you're being blind and naive moving forward. And it's not like you're being ignorant to things. You're just being very smart and calculated with what you can do moving forward, because you can't completely go back and change the past, but you can work with what you got. And that's what we're learning during the Sagittarius season, is about that balance of getting everything to work out how we want, even if it's not what we really needed. It's about how can we turn what we have now into what we need? How can we utilize these resources? And so I really feel like it's going to be a really good time for us as a collective to move forward, to level up and realize hey, we can't change the past, but we can move forward and we can make it better. And so I feel like it's going to be really positive. It's going to bring a lot of manifestations, and it's really about a change in your mindset and finding a passion, finding something that drives you so that you move forward, that you want to learn about it, that you want to get better, that you want to grow. And that's going to be your motivation during this whole Sagittarius season. So I hope this resonates for you guys. If it did, definitely hit subscribe. I'm going to be doing more lives each week. And so I hope to see you guys in my next one, but this is where I'm going to leave this one. Bye.